Hi, it's Janelle from Infinite Potential Healing, and I am coming to you today to talk to you about working with crystals, and specifically which crystals are going to be best to work with now that we are officially into the spring equinox, into Aries season, and we want to give our own energy fields a chance to catch up with the momentum of the year of the fire horse. So the three crystals that my guides are suggesting to us are rose quartz, which this is a lovely specimen I have here. And the reason that they want us to work with rose quartz is because there is still some emotional turbulence that we are experiencing from the year of the wood snake that preceded the year of the fire horse. And we really need to continue to love on ourselves and nurture ourselves and support ourselves to the best of our ability as we proceed and we get fired up and we gain momentum as we move through and move into the year of the fire horse and move through and into Aries season. And there is no better stone for self-love or love in general than rose quartz. So you don't have to have a piece of rose quartz that is this big. It does not need to be the size of your head. Even teeny tiny little chips or tumbled stones carry the same piezoelectric charge that the larger stones do. I just happen to like big crystals. I have 3 planets in Leo and I like stones. I don't know what to tell you. Some people would say it's a character flaw. I say it's not a problem until and unless I have to move. And that's a problem for a different day because I'm not moving today. The second crystal that my guides suggested for us was carnelian. So again, this is a pretty good chunk of carnelian, and this is to really support our fire. So this is, when you look at a piece of carnelian, I want you to hear in your head Jim Morrison singing, "Come on baby, light my fire," because that is absolutely what carnelian will do for you. It will make sure that your get up and go has not got up and went. It will help to fuel you. It'll inspire you creatively. It'll really help your energy levels. It's just really, really compatible with the fire of Aries season and the fire of the fire horse. And when we pair it with rose quartz, this fire isn't going to overtake us. This fire isn't going to burn too big, too hot, too bright, too fast. It's going to kind of be a slow and steady, lovely bonfire that we can sit around and enjoy, hopefully for the entirety of Aries season and beyond, which is why my guide suggested we work with those crystals together. And then the third crystal that my guides suggested for us is citrine. Again, this is a larger piece of citrine. This is a natural citrine. And just a note about citrine, if it is a darker yellow, like much darker than this, it has probably been irradiated. If it has, especially if it has more of like almost brown or an amber tint to it, it has likely been irradiated. Whoever you are buying your crystals from, when you are sourcing your crystals, if you do not want your crystals to be heat treated or irradiated, make sure that you are purchasing them from sources that will disclose to you when your crystals have been heat treated or irradiated. It's not to say that heat treating or irradiating crystals is bad. Some people would even tell you that they believe it amplifies the energy or turns it up. Some people are very neutral about it. Some people are very sensitive to it. So that is the reason why I mention it. Because whatever crystals you choose to work with, in whatever combination you choose to work with them, they need to feel good to you. They need to feel supportive to you. If they've got an ick factor the second that you touch them or the second that you get near them, or you are in their energy field or you pick them up, it's kind of good. It's not going to work the way that you want them to. So carnelian, my guide suggested this one because it's been kind of challenging for a hot minute. And when I say a hot minute, arguably, I mean the entirety of 2025, kind of the first 2 months, or at least the first 6 weeks of 2026. But even if we're keeping it super real, we're going all the way back to 2020 with this. So because of that, we kind of have a pessimistic outlook, and Goddess knows that certain world events right now are not doing us any favors in that category. Citrine is known as the merchant stone, so really good stone to bring in financial prosperity and abundance. But it is also a stone that will lighten and brighten your energy field and keep you in that more positive, less pessimistic mindset. So when we add that to a stone that focuses on self-love, and we add that to a stone that focuses on fueling our creative fire and our drive and our impetus, we just have this lovely match that is absolutely made in heaven. And again, the size of these crystals don't matter. One of my trainings is as a certified crystal healer, and in that capacity, one of the questions that I get fairly frequently is, how do I clear my crystals? So given that I'm making a very specific crystal recommendation to you, I'm going to tell you my favorite way to clear my crystals. I am a very intentional metaphysician, and I like to think that I'm fairly efficient at what I do. So for me, I have found that the best way for me to clear my crystals is that I like to place them out in the moonlight in the evening, and then just let them charge for the first couple of hours or the first rays of the morning sun, because that way the moon is clearing them, the sun is charging them. That is all I have to do. It's just a really easy, good balance. Ideally, when I do that, I want my crystals to be actually on the ground, which then also lets the earth literally ground them, literally earth them. It gives them the ability to either release the energy that they need to release to the sun to be transmuted, or to allow it to be absorbed into the earth, to be absorbed and recycled, or both, depending on how you want to look at it. So for me, that's what I have found is my best practice, my easiest practice. It is my go-to method. The other thing that I do fairly religiously is that I like kyanite because it is a self-charging stone. I do not have one with me here right now, but typically I use a blue kyanite because it is a self-charging and a self-regenerating stone. And not only is it self-charging and self-regenerating, but it will also charge and regenerate any of its crystal friends that it likes to hang out with. So I tend to keep a lot of pieces of kyanite scattered throughout my space and my crystal connection, just to make sure, just to make extra sure that they are staying cleansed and staying charged and available for me to use with my clients or in my personal life as I need to. I also use a lot of Reiki symbols in my house, in my office space, my workspace, my practice. Obviously, those Reiki symbols are also going to cleanse, clear, and charge my crystals, so it's an added bonus. And then I will use some form of vibrational sound therapy to kind of help augment that as well. And that's how I keep all of my crystals, of which I have many, and many are larger than the ones I have here today. That is how I keep them healthy, happy, and contributing to the overall positive, good vibes of my house, my space, and my work. So I encourage you to snag some rose quartz, some carnelian, and some citrine to work with during this Aries season, and work with it however you see fit. So if you want to wear it, then I am confident you can find some jewelry that encompasses those stones, or maybe buy a little bit of jewelry from each of those stones. Again, I have 3 planets in Leo. I'm never going to tell you that less is more. That is absolutely not my vibe. I'm kind of a more is more type of girl. So you can wear the stones. You can carry a small tumbled or raw of any of these stones on your person. A lot of times I like to stick them in my bra, simply because if I have to wear the bra, I might as well have crystals in it. Little bit of a warning for you there. If you forget that you have crystals in your bra, there are certain situations that can cause some questions to come up when the bra comes off and the crystals go flying out, like if you change at the beach or are in an intimate situation with someone who doesn't know that you keep crystals in your bra. So just be aware that that is a caveat there. If you don't wear a bra, you can also keep those crystals in your pocket. They sell little cage necklaces that you can put small tumbled stones in and kind of rotate them out as you see fit and mix and match them. You can stick these crystals underneath your bed, whether that is on the floor underneath your physical bed or underneath your mattress, between your mattress and your box spring. If you have a box spring, between your mattress and the platform of your bed, if you don't. And that way you are really embodying that energy and really being blanketed by that energy while you're sleeping. All three of these crystals are safe to charge your water with, whether that means you place them around your drinking water to charge it while you, before you drink it, or if you want to actually place crystals in your drinking water. These three are they are water safe, they are non-toxic. You can place them in your bath water. You can make sprays and elixirs out of them. There are so many different ways that you can work with them. And of course, you can always meditate with any of these crystals. You'll have some people that will tell you that you should program your crystals. I don't love the word programming, and in case you haven't noticed thus far, I am kind of a neuro-linguistic Nazi when it comes to certain things. But the reason I don't like programming is because these crystals are living beings. They are from the earth, but they still change and grow and shift even after they've been harvested from the earth. And because of that, because they are alive, because they have that piezoelectric charge in them, I don't think that I am in a position to tell them what to do. I can ask them for their help, I can communicate with them, and I can partner with them, but I don't like the idea of programming. To me, that sounds too forceful, and it also sounds like I'm somehow better or more important than the crystals, so it just doesn't vibe with me. But you can always ask the crystals to help you with something that you may be struggling with, kind of in any of the categories that we talked about, each specific crystal helping you with. You can also write down intentions. And so if you did do a new moon wish list, you can place these crystals on that new moon wish list to give it a little bit extra power, a little bit of extra energy, a little bit of extra oomph. You can place any other intentions, or, so if you did set zodiac or astrological new year intentions, you can place the crystals on or around there. There are lots and lots and lots of different ways that you can work with crystals. But my favorite thing about working with crystals is that when you do, and you are riding that energetic high that comes from working with crystals and really feeling great and feeling uplifted by them, you get to tell people that you just got stoned.